This meeting is being recorded.
All right. Good morning. Good afternoon. Maybe early morning if you're in Hawaii, maybe later afternoon if you're not, if you're East Coast, Puerto Rico. But welcome everybody. Good to see the friendly faces here today. Good to see you. I sent a text out a couple minutes ago reminding some of you, you may know it, but we're doing this every Tuesday, 11:30 to noon Pacific time. And you can invite any other agents you want. You can invite even lenders and title if you want to. We're going to focus on really real estate production related coaching every week. And sometimes it'll be mindset. Sometimes it'll be tactical. Sometimes it'll be technology. Sometimes it'll be a kick in your pants that you might need that day. Depends on where I'm at, honestly. Right. So today I'm in a kick in your pants mood. No, I'm not. Although I'm still Eric Beachy, I've been in the gym 2 days in a row, man. And that's big because Kirsty's going 5 days in a row. So it's made me, and I've seen all your gym postings of you at the gym and all that stuff, you stud. So you inspired me. I'll give you credit.
Go to the gym anytime you want to join me. I'm ready for you.
Go to the gym. You scare me, but give me some time. Give me some time. I was like little 45 pounders like this shaking this morning. This girl next to me was doing like 75s. I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta get here. I'm motivated. Oh. Anyway, good to see you guys here today. Not because she was a girl, just because she was littler than me, a lot littler than me, and she was crushing me. Anyway, letting people
hands on you
this
then,
guy here today.
Let's do it.
Say again.
I said I want to get my hands on you. Then let's do it.
No, that's not going to happen. Just so you know. But anyway, listen, folks. I'm excited to be here. I'm alive, excited, full energy. Thank you for being here. This is how much I prepared for you guys today. Look at this. This is how much I prepared for you. I care about this call. I care about delivering value. I care about you coming on here knowing that you're going to spend your lunch half hour with me and get value from it. So whether you're a brand new agent kind of going into this journey, or you're a very seasoned broker owner, like I could see on this call, people that have worked at a high level, I think this is all valuable for you. Okay. So number one, the thing I want to talk about today, let me make sure my mic's on the right one too. The other day it was not. Yep, it's good. So I want to talk to you about Hal Elrod. We've had him on our team call before. Anybody know the book he has, Hal Elrod, Miracle Morning?
Yep.
Well, it's one of my favorites in terms of prepping for the day. I have a very specific, oh, Jenny, you're not muted. I got you. So I have a very specific routine. By the way, if you're not muted, mute yourself real quick, just so we don't have any background noise or anything. I think everybody's pretty good. I'll mute a couple that I see. If you need to come off, just come off mute and ask me a question. But Hal Elrod, the Miracle Morning, and he talks about S.A.V.E.R.S, S-A-V-E-R-S as an acronym. The S is silence. I think that you should write this down. I think this is a great little tool for you to use in the mornings. So S is silence. The A is affirmations. The V is visualization. The E is exercise. Thank you, Eric. The R is reading. And the final S is scribing or journaling or writing things down, taking things off your brain into paper, right? So this has really been a big part of my success. In my honest opinion, it's my morning routine. It's really unshakable. I'll mute you out, Scott. It's unshakable when you get into this mindset in the morning. And just think about your routine. You know, there during the elections, I got into the news routine again. And once you get into routine, it's very easy to do again, right? And I watched like Maria in the morning, so it's more business related, but it was still garbage. Let's be honest, it was complete garbage. And I'm watching Fox. If I turned on CNN, I'd want to jump off a bridge. But the reality is, I'm focused on that attention. They've got my attention now. My mind is waking up to that information, whether it's a story, the plane went in the Potomac, whatever it is. I do not let myself get into that mindset until I've fortified my mind in the morning with this series of S.A.V.E.R.S activities, right? So for me, silence is prayer. for me, affirmations is talking about what I'm going to do today to change the world, to touch people, right? Because I have a message that I will touch people. I will reach out to you and touch you, but I'm willing to give before I receive, right? Meaning that I want people to partner with me at EXP. I want people to partner with me in coaching. I want to march down the winning aisle with people. I like to do that. I like to be part of that. I'm not going to be apologetic for reaching out to people when that's my mission, then that's what I want. I want it for them as much as I want it for myself. Right? So it's just, that's where I'm at with my affirmations. My visualization. Can you see yourself in success? Can you see yourself making 25 or 50,000 a month or 100,000 a month? Can you see it? Because there's proven studies that if we can see it, we can believe it. And if we start visualizing these things in our life, the universe is going to get out of the way and deliver them, right? I believe that in my heart. Number 4, exercise, hugely important, right? I am, and I'm blessed that I get to sit in my chair 5 or 6 hours a day on Zooms 4 days a week because I got a big organization. They need me. I train, I coach, I inspire, I lead. I do a lot of things that I'm very proud of, but I'm also sitting in my chair 4 days a week. And so I'm standing as we speak. I have a standing desk so I can move around. I got a whiteboard, but I sit. And then as of late, I've been setting 30-minute timers, sit, stand all day long. And it's helped me getting back to the gym, helping me. Because I realized I was having sciatic issues and I'm like, oh, I'm just getting old. No, my ass has been sitting in my chair for months. I'm old and my ass is sitting in the chair, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm telling myself a story that I turned 60 this year when I'm inactive and I get on the scale and it's a little higher than it said. And then it says your metabolic age. And I'm like, oh, hell no. Right? I'm 63. That shit ain't adding years to me. I feel healthy. I feel young. I feel vibrant. I can go snow skiing and wakeboarding with my friends still. But that don't lie. So it caught my attention. Right? So where are you in this journey? And I'm not shitting on you and you don't have to take off your mic and come on, but I'm delivering value that I think can impact you if you listen to it, if you're ready to receive it. Right? So the E is in S.A.V.E.R.S, S-A-V-E-R-S. The E is exercise, right? I committed to exercising 4 days a week. That's my commitment. That's not like I'm going to pick up my barbells in my office and go, well, I decided I'm going to do this today and this counts. No, this is a supplement to that. Getting my ass in the gym is my commitment to myself, right? And you might need to hire a trainer. Kirsty hired a trainer. That keeps her committed to it. She dreads every Friday when she meets with her trainer, but he lays out a plan for the week. There's accountability to it. So the R, reading, listen, and this is not about me, but I might impact somebody on this call. Until 10 years ago when I started coaching, I did not read a book. Except what I was forced to read in high school. I did not read a book. It's just not my thing. I'd pay my kids 10 and 25 bucks for the big Harry Potters to read them because I knew the importance of wanting them to read, but I was not a reader. I was a self-proclaimed, I'm not a reader. I don't like to read. I'm a podcast guy. And then I did 75 hard and it forces you to read 10 pages a day. Well, now I'm devouring books. Literally, my coffee table's got 6 or 7 books on it. I finished just as of late. And then, like, I was in Puerto Rico with Brent, and he had Profit First on his counter. And I go, "What's Profit First? I've heard about it." I read the first 2 or 3 pages, and I'm like, I think it'd be valuable, right? I read the whole book in about 4 days, and then we implemented the system, which is a game changer. Paying yourself first rather than waiting to the end of our entrepreneur journey to pay ourselves at the end, right? Because we will spend every penny that comes in. We are absolutely incredibly successful at spending every penny that comes into your business. It doesn't matter if it's 100,000 or 100 million. It doesn't matter. I've coached all the clients. Right? I've coached all the things. How you doing? Oh, this is pretty good. We did 1.6 million last year, but we're building. We're in the building phase. I go, what the hell are you building? If you're making 1.6 million in GCI, what are you building? A building? Building? Right? So I know I'm preaching to the choir, But if you have finances that are out of whack, Profit First is an amazing, amazing book, right? I'm reading now probably the craziest thing I've ever read is a Napoleon Hill book. And it's not Think and Grow Rich, which I love. It's like kind of my Bible, if you will, for business. But it's like 700 pages. And I'm 148 pages into it. And I'm just devouring it. I love it. Like I can't get enough. There's some stalled areas in there that, are kind of boring. You have to get through. But I've got highlighted notes. I've got an action list from this book. That stuff inspires me. Hopefully you'll find a way to put reading into your daily discipline and your morning routine. 15 minutes is plenty to get 10 pages done. And all of a sudden you're going through books. The average book's 200 pages. You're talking about reading a book every 8 to 9 days. It's incredible. And then the last one, I'm not a good candidate for this, but scribing or journaling. I will write 10 affirmations down. I'll do that all day long, but I'm not a big journaler. It's just not my style, right? Probably would have value in it. I'm not poo-pooing it, but it's just not, just being honest with you. I'm not going to sit here and go, I love journaling when it's not true. It's just not true, right? But I love writing down, like taking a book or taking a podcast I just listened to and then laying down some actionable items in that I could take away from that and institute one or two things into my business. That I love. That I will write down. And I've got pieces of paper all over my desk from that kind of stuff. And then typically on Fridays, my light day, my day off that I work, lately till about noon, and then I golf. It's going through all these notepad ideas and things through the week and downloading them into an action item for next week. Hopefully this is valuable for you. So I'm going to ask you 3 questions today that I think are going to be catalyst movers in your real estate business in 2025. If you choose to accept question and choose to engage in the answer, and they're totally up to you. Okay. So number 1, what are the top 3 things once accomplished in 2025 that would absolutely and forever change your business and your life? You don't have to answer out loud. If you want to chat it in, or if you want to do something like that to share, if it helps you with accountability to share, you're welcome to, but I'm not asking you to, or you don't have to. But I want you to think about that for a minute. What are the top 3 things once accomplished in 2025 that would absolutely have a forever change on your business and your life? Take a moment to write those down. I'm going to give you a couple words along the way just to think of, right? Is it money? Is it freedom? Is it health? Is it physical or mental health? Right? Is it habits? Right? Are there habits, whether it's smoking? I met this beautiful, I don't see her on the call today. I met this beautiful soul in Puerto Rico when we were there for Brent's Inner Circle. And we had breakouts, and she came in, she goes, the one thing in life I'm so embarrassed about. And I watched her sneaking out of the house early in the morning. I heard the door unlocking at like 6 in the morning. I heard the door unlocking at midnight in Puerto Rico. She was going outside. She's a smoker. She's like a pack a day closet smoker. She doesn't want anybody to see her. She's using perfume. She's doing all the things. But she was very, very regretful about her smoking and the fact she couldn't kick it. And I am not Tony Robbins doing some kind of voodoo thing on her. I literally just looked at her and said, just stop it. Just literally tell yourself it's enough. You have the power. If you let go of your power, then yes, all those things are going to creep in, that stress and celebration, all these things are going to be reason to smoke. But if you just say, I'm a non-smoker, that's the start, right? Declare it to the world. I am a non-smoker. It could be for 1 minute, 1 day, a year. Guess what? She's like 2.5 months without smoking now because of that one conversation. That shit gives me goosebumps, right? You never know where a word is going to, man, that gave me actually emotional tears. That That is the power we have. Our words matter. Our words matter to our people. Our words matter to our spouses. Our words matter to our friends. And sometimes it's the tough words you have to use that's going to move somebody the furthest forward. And just knowing that they have somebody that cares about them. I don't know why that got me so bad. It got me. But I love that when she texted me, like, I've been 3 weeks, I haven't had a cigarette, all because of our little conversation in the kitchen. Who would have thought? I was like, I didn't think, honestly. I was speaking the truth. I really wanted to find her power and not do that. But I certainly didn't think that she's a lifetime smoker, and she quit because I gave her a couple words in the kitchen and gave her a hug. Come on. But it's true. Totally true what we're capable of and when we're ready to receive it, right? She was ready to receive the language. She was ready to receive the words. She was ready to look up to somebody that she goes, I have more power with you than I did myself. I love that. So the top 3 things once accomplished in 2025 that will forever change your business and your life. I gave you some examples. Write down those 3. This is between you and yourself and God. What are you willing to move mountains or do whatever to pick those off one at a time? One at a time. Pick one that maybe it is health, and maybe it's committing to the gym. Maybe it's texting and hiring a trainer. Maybe it's texting a friend that cares about you. If you tell Eric Beachy, I commit to going to the gym every day for 4 days, he's going to text you at 3 a.m. asking you if you're at the gym. So be careful, right?
Rocks.
Right? Respect, baby, respect. But number 2, so those 3 things are on number 1. Number 2, what are the 1 or 2 things holding you back the most? They might be related. Let's just use the smoking. I've been smoking for 20 years. I really want to quit. And then, yes, my smoking's holding me back. That's not true accurately, but you see where I'm going with this. What are the 1 or 2 things that are holding you back the most for 2025? And I'm going to give you some more examples. I'm not singling anybody out. Is it your discipline? Is it your daily habits? Is it your toxic traits? Is it PTSD? Like for real, right? That's a real thing. Is it lack of discipline in your life? Is it too much discipline in your life? Do you micromanage and analyze everything to death instead of acting as a leader and making a decision, right? You want to know a trait of somebody that's indecisive is go to dinner with them and watch them order their meal. If it takes them 10 minutes of going back and forth, what do you recommend? Okay, then they recommend 2 or 3 things. Okay, never mind those. What do you think is the best between pizza, meatballs, the linguine, or the steak? What do you think? Right? That's indecisiveness, and it shows up in business very often. So if you're somebody that struggles in the restaurant, like I used to, by the way, until it was pointed out to me that it is a decision trait. Now I make a decision. Sometimes I'm like, fuck, I didn't really want the Swiss cheeseburger. Why'd I do that? I'm making a decision. I'm not going to be locked up in indecision. I'm not going to be that individual anymore. And it's a true story. I still go and I'm like, man, can I have a menu back? What did I order? Why did I order a Swiss cheeseburger? It's because I looked at it. I'm like, I'm making a decision. I'm going to have it. And then I talk myself out of it. Right. But I'm making the decision. It's important to me. I'm that guy. I have that trait. Right. I go into the restaurant and it's like, I want to feel all these things. I want to experience all of them. I'm an eater, right? I want to have the experience. Number 3, do you have a partner, coach, mentor, somebody that's equally capable and committed to your goal, to that goal? Are you willing to share with somebody? There are people that love you, that care about you, that maybe you're aligned with organizationally. Maybe you're not. Maybe you just connected somewhere. And you could reach out to and say, hey, man, can I share this? Kind of vulnerable, but can I share these couple things with you and get you to hold me accountable to it? Maybe just like text me every day for the first week, make sure that I'm on board with this. And then after that, we could probably go to maybe twice a week. And then after that, we can go to maybe once a week. And then after that, maybe it's just every once in a great while, you ask me how I'm doing with that. Is it quitting drinking? Is it quitting smoking? Is it being on time to your business, meaning that you show up like a business at 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. or whatever time you decide to start, right? The beautiful part of being an entrepreneur is you can do whatever the hell you want to. The horrible part about being an entrepreneur? Yeah, exactly. Right? You don't have to be anywhere tomorrow. Period. End of story. There's nobody's going to fire you if you don't show up tomorrow. Maybe a client, but that's arguable that that's a different relationship than what I'm talking about, right? That's a service-based sales relationship. Of course, you could screw that up. But if I did not want to get out of bed tomorrow, I could easily cancel a couple appointments and nobody would care. Nobody would know. It might hurt some kind of restructuring of a next appointment or something. But I have to be the one driven by success, me. And all of you here too, because you're all entrepreneurs. You're in the same space, right? So do you have a partner, coach, mentor that has equal capability and committed to your success? If you don't find one, you don't have to lead with check equity on this one. You don't have to hire me to have a coach to help you move the needle. That's a conversation we can have if you need it, but I'd suggest you find other free resources first. They're out there. Even on this call, you could literally post in comments, enough is enough. I need an accountability partner for the next 30 days. Who's willing to help me? And I'll bet you money you'd get helped right now, right here on this call. And then you could decide if that's a good fit for you for the future. But it's at your fingertips. And if that doesn't work, you can go to Facebook, go wide with it. People will be there to help you. People will be there to show you that there's other people that are willing to hold you accountable. Now make it an equitable relationship, right? If I go, Jenny, I need you to hold me accountable. I want you to text me every day at 6 a.m., every day at 8 p.m., and for a month. That's not fair to her. Now, if I can say, if you do that, what can I do for you? Can I come over to Bend, Oregon? Can I do an event for you? Can I maybe go to lunch with a bunch of your friends or anything, right? That's an equitable relationship now, right? She's smiling. She's like, come over, right? So the good thing about this is I'm here every week. If you're on my call, you're my family. If you're on my call, it doesn't matter organizationally. This is open to everybody. And by the way, you can invite other agents that you care about to this. Agents, lenders, title, I don't care. Everybody that's in our space that wants to do better. We're going to talk about everything from AI systems and implementations to processes to everything that's going to make you a better human being that I could pull out of my belly and my soul. But that's why I'm here every week. That's why I prepare for this. That's why I do these kind of things to prepare for what I'm going to speak about and help you move the needle in your real estate business and your life. I want to read that first one again. That would forever change your business and life. Right? That's a big question. But think about how much power. Here we are in February, right? We're already out of the first month. Super Bowl's in a few days. We're moving into spring. God bless, right? Give me some sunshine soon. But the reality is the clock's ticking fast. Cabo is only a month away. EXPCon is only like 8 months away. I mean, all this stuff's going to happen like this. What are you doing to prepare and plan for it to make this your best year ever? And not just lip service. What are you going to do? Right? So it's kind of a rhetorical question. I'm not asking you specifically, but I hope you wrote down things that are impacting you from this call. And I'd love to, if anybody wants to share, I'm going to open it up now. If you have Q&A, if you want me to dig in a little deeper about something and just explain it, you could ask anything you like, or you could just totally off subject, say another question that you have that might relate to your real estate sales production business. I'm here for you, but at this time, I'm going to open it up so we can have some dialogue, and I'm here to support you guys. Really appreciate you being here.
Hey, Randy, I have a question.
Yes.
I came
Just
in
raise your hand if you want to speak. I'll get to you next. I got you, Nick. Sorry.
I came in a little late. S.A.V.E.R.S, the first three, S-A-B, what do they stand for?
Yep. Thank you. Silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing, journaling.
Silence affirmations. What was B? What was the oh, S.A.V.E.R.S. Very V-E-R-S. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
S.A.V.E.R.S. S-A-V is in Victor,
Okay.
E-R-S. And it's Hal Elrod that does the Miracle Morning. Beautiful book. If you get a chance to read it, he does like a 1 hour morning routine. And then he's got a 6-minute routine that you take all that and condense it to 6 minutes when you're in a rush and when you're traveling. It's badass, honestly.
Who's the author on that?
1 minute of prayer, 1 minute of affirmations, 1 minute of visualizations, 1 minute of exercise, 1 minute of reading, 1 minute of scribing. It's over in 6 minutes. And you're like, holy crap, I feel like I just got hit by a truck. This is good stuff.
Who is that author again?
Hal Elrod, E-L-R-O-D. Yes,
Fantastic.
Ed. You bet. Thank you, Nick. Ed, you're on mute.
There we go.
There you go.
Hey, I just wanted to say, I recently reached out to you, Randy, and I really appreciate you taking the time. And when you first mentioned that book, I was taking some notes, and I wrote down Miracle Morning. I think I have this. And then as you start going through this, I told you when we talked last week that I've made some really significant changes in my life.
You have. You
that have
lost a
gotten me back to
person.
where I am. I've lost
Well, I want to say
175
that.
pounds.
I want to say that
Yeah,
correctly. You lost a whole person in weight.
literally.
How much
But
did you
so
lose, Ed?
over 175 pounds in less than 2
175 pounds.
years. But what I realized is as we were going through this, I must have read that book when I was at my deepest point of depression, because I don't remember reading it at all. But I have, just like you, I've got silence. I've got the first done, everything but scribing. I have a notebook here for that. And this is all stuff that I thought of on my own. I implemented it 3 months ago. It's been changing my life every day. And I just want to say how powerful it's really been. And it's just so funny because I didn't realize that the systems I've been building for myself, I had to have read that book.
I love it. And you probably did stumble across it. And when we're in that place of like trying to figure out life and what's next, and we're willing to rip back the covers and look at ourselves, many times we won't remember those specific books and things like that impacted, but things will stick with you. And that's, I think, what happened here. Something stuck with you. And
Yeah, it's just so funny because people, and I hate to speak over you, Randy. I apologize. It's something
you're good.
I'm actively working on. But people will ask me like what I've changed, how I lost the weight, how I did this, how I did that. I didn't diet, I didn't exercise. Not once during the 2 years did I exercise. I just worked on getting my mental health right. And then, I've got this morning routine, and I tell people it doesn't matter what time I get out of bed. I spend an hour in the bathroom and I have my morning routine. I meditate. I do my, my research for the day. I plan my day out. I sit in the shower for, and it's so crazy. It's absolutely been life changing. Sorry
Good for you,
for
brother.
taking so much
I
time.
appreciate you sharing, and I enjoyed connecting with you the other day. It was awesome. Thank you, man. Anybody else? Thank you for sharing, Ed. I appreciate that. Anybody else? I see some chat and stuff in here, but anybody else have any questions, any takeaways, anything I can help you with? We're here every week, and we keep it to 30 minutes to respect you. We got 1 minute left. Anybody want to ask one last question, or any thought-provoking statement that you got out of today's call? Awesome.
I appreciate you, man. I'll be here next week. I've got it in my
Thank you.
calendar for the rest of the year.
I appreciate it.
And the top 3 things, probably was on my list. So I guess I better get that book.
Yeah, I think it'd be good, man. Well, listen, everybody, I appreciate you. Remember that, we're in charge of both our emotions, our actions, and our reactions, more importantly, right? I can't control what other people do, but I can control how I react to it. And I'm very reactive. I'm very wiry, right? Sometimes I react without thinking. And then later I go, I wish I would have given that more thought. So that could be something. That's definitely something that's on my list, right? I had on my top of my keyboard for like on top of my monitor on my camera for like 3 to 4 years. It said "shut up" with like 4 apostrophes. Right? That's the nature of Randy. Shut up, because I'm looking at it going, here I go again. I'm talking all the time. Right? That's what I love about this call. I get to talk the whole time. You guys don't have a chance. I could just mute the shit out of you. But the reality is, I love to talk, but people want to be heard. Right? People want to be heard. Some of the best things that Gene Frederick ever taught me was T-May, T-M-A-Y. Tell me about yourself, and then practice it. All right. I appreciate you guys. I hope you take this and enact it and put it into your business in a positive way. I appreciate you guys. This will be on the YouTube and all the podcasts and all that stuff. We do it every week. But thank you for contributing. Thank you for being here. Got a great group. We'll see you next week. Tell a friend. It's
Thanks
free.
for talking to us, Randy.
You bet. Thank you. Appreciate you guys and ladies. Cheers. Have a great day. Bye
Thank
for
you.
now. You bet.